Hello, dear children. Hope you all are good and doing great at your home. Myself Diksha Rai. This is your subject teacher of computer from LPM Public School situated in Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur. So, my dear students, in your previous video, we have already learned some paragraph from the chapter number 3rd, that is more on keyboard and mouse. What is the name of this chapter? That is more on keyboard and mouse. So dear students, in your previous video we have already learned some paragraph from this chapter. So again we are going to do revise again this topic once more. So dear student, first, what will you do? First, we will learn about some important topic, keyboard and mouse. So dear student, before we start this chapter, I have some important notes in your previous class about keyboard and mouse. Because you have already learned about this topic in your previous class, that what is mouse and what about mouse. Keyboard. First of all, we will learn about keyboard. A keyboard has many buttons on it called keys. As you know very well, dear children, a keyboard has many buttons on it called keys. A standard keyboard has 104 keys. Pressing these keys help us to type words and numbers on a computer. Pressing these keys help us to type words and number on a computer. So dear children, now we are going to read about some important notes. Mouse. A mouse helps to point, move and select an object on the monitor. A mouse helps to point, move and select an object on the monitor. A computer mouse has two buttons and a scroll wheel. It is also used to play games and draw pictures. So my dear student, now we are going to start our chapter, that is more on keyboard and mouse. Keyboard is an input device which is used to enter data and instructions into a computer. A standard keyboard has 104 keys, as you know very well from your previous class. These keys are used to type letters, words, numbers, punctuations marks, or any symbol on the monitor. You can also give commands to a computer and play games using a keyboard. Now we are going to read information box. Sir Christopher Latham Scholes invented the layout of keyboard in 1873. So my dear children, in 1873, Sir Christopher Latham Scholes invented the layout of keyboard. Now, the second topic of your chapter, that the first 6 letters of the alphabet keys are Q, W, E, R, T and Y. That is why a keyboard is also known as QWERTY keyboard. The keys on a keyboard are used to perform different actions. Alphabet keys. Now we are going to read about alphabet keys. There are 26 alphabet keys on a computer A to Z. There are 26 alphabet keys on a keyboard A to Z. These keys are used to type letters, words and sentences on the computer. So my dear students, now please turn over the page, and now we are going to read about number keys. So dear student, we are going to read about number keys. So number keys include all the digits from 0 to 9. These keys are 10 in numbers. These keys are used to enter numbers. There are 2 sets of number keys on a standard keyboard. One set is present right above the top row of the alphabet keys. The other set of number keys is present on the right hand side of the keyboard. This group of number keys is known as numeric keyboard, figure number 3.1. So my dear children, as you can see on your page, figure number 3.1, it is numeric keypad. It is numeric keypad. Now we are going to read about note. In laptops, number keys are present only at one place. Example, above the top row of alphabet keys. So my dear children, now we are going to read about a special key. A special key. So in your previous class, you will already read about special keys. That special keys are used to give commands and move from one position to another. What is the action of special keys? Special keys are used to give commands and move from one position to another, play games, and change the function of other keys. You have learned about enter, delete, and backspace keys. In your next topic, let us learn about some more keys. So, my dear children, now enter key. We are going to read about enter key. Pressing the enter key moves the cursor to the next line. This key is also used to send instructions and commands to the computer. What is the action of enter key in your computer? That pressing the enter key moves the cursor to the next line. This key is also used to send instructions and commands to the computer. Now it's time to read about a spacebar key. About a spacebar key. In your previous class, you have already learned about a spacebar key. That spacebar key is the longest key on the keyboard. A spacebar key is the longest key on the keyboard. Pressing the spacebar key once gives a single empty space. If you are pressing the spacebar key once gives a single empty space. You can give empty space between text, letter, words, and numbers. So my dear children, it's time to read from your chapter about spacebar key. It is used to give a blank space between letters, words, or numbers. It is the longest key on a keyboard. Now we are going to read about shift key. Shift key. This key is always this key is always used in combination with other keys. It appears twice on a keyboard. The shift key is used to number A, type alphabet in capital. In caps lock key is off. Number B, type symbols and punctuation marks printed on the upper side of some keys on a keyboard. Now I have some important note from your previous class. The shift key appears twice on a keyboard. It is always used along with other keys such as alphabet keys, number keys, symbol keys, and sometimes with the special keys too. The shift key is also used to type capital letters and symbols. If you press the shift key and type school, it will appear as capital school. So my dear student, now we are going to read about control key. Control key. Like a shift key, control key is also used with other keys. It is used to give commands to a computer. Now we are going to read about backspace key. This key is used to erase anything typed to the left of the cursor. Delete key. What is the action of delete key? It erases anything typed to the right of the cursor. It erases anything typed to the right of the cursor. So my dear children, please turn over the page, and now we are going to read about new topic, that is toggle keys. Toggle keys. Toggle key is used to turn a function. Toggle key is used to function on and off. Pressing a toggle key once activates the functions, and pressing it again deactivates the functions. The most common toggle keys on a keyboard are: number first is caps lock key. What is it? It is caps lock key. So my dear children, before read about caps lock key from your chapter, I have some important notes from your previous class, that about caps lock key. It is used to type letters in capital. To use the caps lock key, press it once. The light on the caps lock turns on. Any alphabet that you type appears in capital letter on the monitor. So my dear children, now we are going to read about caps lock key from your chapter. The key is used to type the selected letters in capital. To use the caps lock key, press it once. Its indicator light turns on, which means that the caps lock key ready to use. Now we are going to read about num lock key. Num lock key means numeric lock. Num lock key means numeric lock. To enter number using the numeric keypad, press the num lock key. So my dear children, now we are going to read about your next topic from the chapter, that is navigation keys. That is navigation keys. These keys control the cursor movement. That is why these are also called cursor movement keys. These keys control the cursor movement. That is why these are also called cursor movement keys. So my dear children, there are a lot of keys under the navigation keys. Number first is arrow keys. These keys are used to move the cursor up, down, left or right on the screen. So my dear children, there are a lot of keys under the navigation keys. Number first is arrow keys. These keys are used to move the cursor up, down, left or right on the screen. Number second, home key. What is the name of second key? Home key. It moves the cursor to the beginning of a line. Pressing a Ctrl plus home moves the cursor to the beginning of a page. Number third is page up. Page up key moves the cursor in upward direction from one page to the previous page. Number 4 is page down. Page down key moves the cursor in downward direction from one page to the next page. So my dear children, home, page up and page down keys are present above the arrow keys on the keyboard. These keys are also available on the numeric keypad. Now, so dear children, please turn over the page number 24. Now we are going to read about your next topic from the chapter, that is other key. That is other keys. Number 5. There are a lot of keys under the other keys. Number first is function keys. Function keys are used to perform a specific task and also as shortcut keys. These are present on the top row of a keyboard. The 12 function keys are F1, F2, F3, F4 as F5 dot dot F1 to F12. Number second, symbol keys. What is the name of these keys? Symbol keys. Special character or marks are called symbols. Special characters and marks are called symbols. For example, apostrophe s, at the rate, hashtag, percentage, and all, greater than, less than, is equal to. These keys are present on the upper portion of the number keys. So my dear children, now we are going to read about punctuation key. Punctuation keys. These keys are used to enter the punctuation mark in a text document. For example, full stop, comma, question mark, apostrophe, inverted commas. So my dear children, now I am going to again revise the punctuation keys. These keys are used to enter the punctuation marks in a text document. For example, full stop, comma, question mark, apostrophe, inverted commas. Now we are going to read about ESC keys. ESC key. This key is present on the extreme top left side of the keyboard. This key is present on the extreme top left side of the keyboard. It is used to close a dialog box or cancel a command. Now we are going to read about note. The symbol and punctuation keys present on the upper part of any other key are typed with the help of the shift key. The symbol and punctuation keys present on the upper part of any other key are typed with the help of the shift key. So my dear children, now we are going to read about on-screen keyboard. What is the name of this topic? That is on-screen keyboard. Suppose your keyboard has stopped working due to some reason. My dear children, suppose that your keyboard has stopped working due to some reason. How will you type? In this situation, you have to do Windows provides an on-screen keyboard. Windows provides an on-screen keyboard. It appears on the monitor screen and lets you type. You can use it to type with the mouse. To open an on-screen keyboard in Windows 10, there are a lot of steps. Number first is click the start menu and select setting. Now number second, next click on the ease of access options. Number third is move to the keyboard section. Toggle options turns on the on-screen keyboard and the on-screen keyboard will appear. Figure number 3.2, opening on-screen keyboard. So my dear children, as you can see on your page, figure number 3.2, it is the figure of opening on-screen keyboard. My dear children, I hope you will be read this chapter very well with the correct pronunciation. So children, now I am going to giving you home assignment that you will learn this chapter very well. I hope you will be fine at your home. Please put your mask on your face always and sanitize your hand at every time. Have a great day.